Hi, it's David from Zoom, and I'd like to show you an app that we've made previously, which is similar to the one that we need to do now. Of course, this one is made for Android and not for GearVR, so it is a little bit different. But basically, it starts with an intro and a menu. That's something that we don't necessarily need for our GearVR, but is a possibility. Now, in this menu, we have 4 buttons, so I'm going to click the first one. It starts with a video, which we don't really need. And here we have the panorama image that we'd like to have in our GearVR, and that will be the core functionality of our app. So we are going to have this panorama and a couple of buttons. In this case, we have the buttons that are showing the features of the seat, so that's we don't need, but we need the buttons that actually move us from one panorama to the next. So in this case, we have a button here that switches the viewer to a seat-in position. So we are going to have a similar panorama like that. And here we have white windows. In our case, there will be a loop-in animation of the cloud and of the clouds, and a few airplanes, probably one or two, that will be moving behind that window. We are going to, it will be like a simple animation, and we are going to provide that in MP4 format probably. So if I go back to this panorama here, this is the first class. So except the button for the seat, we will also have a button that progresses the viewer through the cabin. Here again we have an intro of what the cabin is like. We don't need to have that. So we'll only have this panorama image here. Again, we can have a look around, and again have another button that moves us over to the economy. Here again, we can look around, and if we want to, we can go back to the business class. And that's pretty much it. That's all that we need our GearVR app to be able to do. There is a possibility that we might want to have a menu there. It will not be the same like here, because that's more for the usual Android app, but the GearVR app should have a menu that's more suitable for the VR experience. So I guess there will be a button somewhere that will bring up the menu, or we can bring up the menu with a click of a button on the GearVR device itself. Alright, so I think that's it. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and thank you for watching.